Guys, welcome back. Hope you're all doing very well. First of all, I would like to thank you guys for 782 subscribers as of recording of this YouTube video. I really much appreciate it, and remember that if you do enjoy the content, hit the sub button to help reach that 1k goal. Also, a very quick shout out to these individuals who've been my most recent subscribers. Thank you very much for hitting that button and supporting the channel. So we are gonna do a Senkaimon guide video. I have made one in the past, however, that one is outdated now since they updated / changed the Senkaimon. Now, for better or worse, it has been changed, and I don't know how I feel about it personally. Yes, it's not such big of a time sink, but still, I'm not completely sold on the idea of how it is now, if that makes sense. But anyways, so let's get into it. So Senkaimon is still based in the towers, essentially. So the floors, everything like that, will be very reminiscent of the old Senkaimon. However, now you don't need to choose X, Y, and Z. You don't need to choose what tower you're going to do, etc, etc. You choose the affiliation. Okay, so you can do all of these. There's no limit to it. You can clear them all, no problem. These are separate, so if you do lock a character in the Soul Reapers one, let's say you lock a character in stage 3 of the Soul Reapers, you can still use it in the captains, etc, etc, but you cannot use that Soul Reaper in, or that unit in these stages again, so just keep that in mind. Now there's affiliations 1 and affiliations 2. It is, like I said, completely separated. Now, like I said, I'm not entirely sold on the whole thing. It does feel okay, but I don't know, man. I think they could have done it a little bit better. So how this works this time, as opposed to just 50 floors or 25 floors, depending on what you did. You click on the affiliation that you want to do, which is, let's say for instance, this one. I'm going to do this one with you guys. Quincy's / Stun Rippers, okay? So stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. It goes up from literally normal, hard, and very hard. There's no extreme difficulty anymore like there was previously with the previous Senkaimon. Now, as you can see, stage 1, Quincy affiliation only, Stun Ritter affiliation only. Stage 2, same thing. Stage 3, now there's extra paralysis on the floor. Okay, but let's go over stage 1. So let's click there. Now, there are several rules and conditions for clearing these stages. Let's just ignore this. I'm going to remove all of these. I'm going to remove these as well because I want to explain how this works with you guys. Okay, so rules are for actually obtaining rewards. Okay, you need to clear it in 120 seconds or less. You need to clear it with only 2 link slots on your character. So 2 of your link slots needs to be filled, 1 needs to be blank. And then you can actually use free accessories as well. If you clear all 3 of these in one go, you get an extra 10 soul orbs, which is great. Okay, so now what's going to happen is if you do clear this stage all at once with all 3 missions, that character will be locked. So I would highly suggest that you use your weakest character first. Well, not your weakest, but your one that, you know, isn't the most OP. Use a strong character still, but not one that's completely overpowered, if that makes sense. Because this does get hard, much harder. Like, for now, it is the 120 seconds or less, clear with only 2 link slots and 3 accessories. Mission set 2 will be a tad bit more difficult. Now, all of a sudden, there comes additional rules and such. But for now, let's just go with mission set 1. We need to have either a Quincy or a Soul Ripper. Quincy or Soul Ripper. A Quincy or Stun Ritter. Let's just quickly check. Enemies, it is hollows. So I would suggest that you guys run, let's say for instance in this situation right here. You can see the normal enemies are hollows and the boss is a hollow as well. The boss is also a Soul Reaper. However, if you're going to go with Soul Reaper killer, you aren't going to get any bonus damage against the normal mobs. So in this situation, you would go for a hollow killer. It's just better overall to run that. If you have a Soul Reaper hollow killer, that's even better because then you're going to be benefiting from the hollow and the Soul Reaper. But I don't think there's a Soul Reaper hollow killer. in the game. I can't remember exactly, but yeah. So definitely you want to go with hollow. And preferably, if you can, check out the boss's attribute. If it's power, do not use something like a technique unit, because power has advantages against technique. So literally use anything else, even power itself, but do not use something that is weak against the attribute of the boss. So let's quickly go over who we can use. We can use, okay, she's a Ronko killer. Let's sort this according to hollow killers. How many do I have? Okay, so I have 2. Okay, but Grimy, I'm not going to use him because, like I said, he is on green and I don't want to expend him now. I'm not going to use that Uryu. So we're going to drop the killer effect. It's not that important to have. We just completely drop it. Okay, so then we'll go according to all of these. Let's actually click that one away. Okay, now we got some people to work with, as you can see. So we can go with this Uryu, actually. He has a speed, so he is definitely going to work well against the boss, and we are going to run him. Now, another thing. As we stated previously, the mission has some rules, and of course you want to clear all 3 of these in one go. That's the idea of it. So we need to have only 2 links on him, only 2 characters that we can link, which is fine. On the first slot we'll link Rukia, since she has the status on spiritual pressure boost, 20%. That is really cool. And then on the second slot, actually, you know what? We're not gonna link Rukia to him. We're gonna link someone probably stronger. So yeah, we'll do that. I can't remember. Can he heal himself? Yes, he can. Okay, so Chad is perfectly fine there. And then let's actually replace Rukia with no Byakuya. I haven't leveled you up yet. I've leveled up this Ichigo. Yeah, we'll go with Ichigo as actually no. Hang on. I'm going to backtrack on that one. I'm going to put her back on. Okay, anyways. So, as you can see, that ticked off. Now, we need to actually put on some accessories. I do not know if I have any Quincy accessories for speed, but we'll try. I can't remember if I have, to be honest. He's a human as well. He can benefit from human accessories, which I do not have, I don't think. Put like that, and then okay, I have no Quincy accessories, which kind of sucks. Okay, so we'll just slap on this, and that's fine. I need to actually make this one a resurrected accessory. If we fail this, I'll go and do that. But yeah, so we're gonna run him like that. He has really high stats, of course. It's gonna work well. So here we go. Let's quickly clear this mission set. Mission set 1. Now, it's, like I said, not as intensive as the previous Senkaimon, because you don't have 200 bajillion floors to clear through, and they're relatively tame in comparison to the old one. But it's still, it is still a schlep, really, to do. I'd never really liked Senkaimon. It was always a massive time sink. But remember, we are against the time here. We need to clear this in 120 seconds. That's why I used him, because he's not the greatest unit I have. Okay. Do like that. Okay. Let's actually circle around here. Get them all grouped up. One of the things that you guys probably need to be aware of is to keep all your enemies grouped as much as possible when it comes to Senkaimon. If you split up your enemies, you're going to struggle to actually get them killed. Okay, so Ichigo is going to be a pain to deal with because he has very fast attacks. Although I could just... okay, never mind. He's dead. He's going to die soon. Woohoo! Okay, and he's gone. Cool. No problem there. So as you saw, because I used a speed character against them, I had a little bit of bonus damage, which is preferred, of course. And I did clear all 3 objectives in one go. Of course, I got some medals, got clearance reward for it, and simultaneous mission clearance reward as well. Okay, so now let's go to... I did not want to click that one. Oh no, I did. Never mind. That was the correct one. Okay. So as you can see, now we have mission set 2. Okay. So nothing changed. We are still on hollows. still Soul Reaper, Hollow, etc. Okay, that is completely fine. Now the catch is we need to clear this in 90 seconds or less, so only a minute and a half. It is actually a very short amount of time to clear it with. That's a very short. We can only have 2 accessories equipped and only 2 character links. Okay, so I already took off the 1 accessory. Now you also need to set an additional rule. Now sometimes this can be beneficial and sometimes this can be detrimental. So unfortunately you need to select one of the two. So you can either have double your stamina or you can have double ranged attack damage. Okay, so I'm gonna go for double ranged attack damage. Okay, now what we're gonna do is now we want to go ahead and select somebody who is a lot stronger than Uryu is. Let's see, who can we use there? I don't want to use OP yet. He is extremely powerful and I would prefer to keep him until later. I don't want to use Candace. Let's use Bambi. Bambi should be able to do this. She has multiple status ailments. Yes. Yeah, she should be fine. No, I don't want to go out. Damn it. I forget that the controls are sometimes a little bit different. Okay. So we're still on stage 1, by the way. Stage 2, stage 3 will be different than this. It will have a different boss and stuff like that. But anyways, let's continue on. So once again, we're going to go ahead and select Bambi. Okay. She should be fine. We're going to go ahead and remove that because it's not that important. And we will change Chad because if I do get hit, I lose all that damage. Let's swap out Chad for Retsu. There we go. Okay, that will be fine. Just like that. And we are going to go again. Now this time it should hopefully go a tad bit better because Bambi is a better unit than Uryu is. So let's see how it goes. However, remember she isn't the best of the units. So yeah, and we need to clear this in 90 seconds, which I don't see happening honestly. I already got dinked. She's not the greatest at proccing her status ailments, which is kind of ruining the run. I'm already 30 seconds in. Can we get this done? You see, I didn't group them up. Now I have a straggler. Okay, that's fine. Okay, can you please just stop living? Thank you. Okay, hopefully we get some status procs. Yes, we did. Good stuff. Okay, I don't want to split them up. Okay. Okay, this guy is just annoying now. Dude, please go away. Thank you. Okay, so when it comes to Ichigo, we are going to have to, unfortunately, go in, soul bomb him, and hope and pray we do enough damage to burst him down in 15 seconds. Because that's all we got. It should be enough to kill him. It should be. No, it was not nearly. Come on. Come on. Okay, cool. Thank you. So at least the status ailments was ticking him down in terms of his health. So we got the job done. But as you saw, you know, it was close. It was really close. Now the next stage is going to be the problem stage. Okay. Or the next mission set rather. Because it's the same idea once again. As you can see, mission set 3. So now we only got a minute to clear it. And of course we need to add in this other rule. Okay, so our stamina is ×2. That's perfectly fine. So now, like I said, we only have a minute to clear this thing. And that's going to be quite a challenge. We can run somebody like Meninas. She should be able to clear it. We can also run somebody like Candace. She should be fine as well. I don't think this Misaki is going to be able to do it. I don't think so. Do I have any Soul Reaper killers? Yeah, I do, but I mean, these guys are trash, man. I'm not going to be able to use them. Okay, so yeah, Stern Ritter killer, Quincy, Stern Ritter. Okay, so let's try Meninas because she is stupendously powerful. let us quickly check in terms of accessories. Do I have anything for her? Luckily, I only need 2 accessories, which I don't think I have. Ah, man, there we go. And then, do I have something for you? No, okay. So, this is going to be interesting. Chappy, golden popples. Do I have a Yuki? I do have a Yuki, but it's not gold. Yikes. Okay, so this affiliation of mine needs some help. Okay, so we'll need to put that on. I'll need to go and roll that real quick to special pressure, which is fine. Let's quickly sort out her links. She has purity, so she's not going to be benefiting from stuff like this status now special pressure boost. Like, not at all. We need to go for straight up damage of her, and we can do that because she has a means to heal herself. Over there, as you can see, she can actually heal herself with a second strong attack. We can pump that up, and then we can also, he's not leveled. I remember I did level this Joshua. Yes, okay. Cool. So that's going to be our setup. Let me quickly go and sort out Menina's in terms of her stuff. She's a coin runner for me, hence I never really spec'd into her more than I did. So let's quickly get her up to 10. Because of course she'll need it. Okay, and then we'll go and quickly level up that accessory as well. Where's the damn home button? There we go. Sub menu please game, thank you. Jeez. This game is sometimes so unresponsive, eh? Very annoying. Okay, and now let's evolve this first of all. I have enough hammers, it's fine. Okay, cool, and let's reroll the second effect. This is where I get full on tilted with this game, because 90% of the time I do not get what I want, even within 100 brushes, but let's hope this time I do. Yeah, okay, I did. How many? 30, that's not bad, okay. For the camera, the game is behaving, so that's fine. Okay, now let's get back into it. Senkaimon. So, of course, the Senkaimon isn't meant for new players at all. It is actually quite tricky and difficult to complete. So, yeah. Okay, so we need to reset up everything again. What an annoyance. That's fine. Luckily, we know what we want. Where is the fortification poles? There it is. Okay, and then yeah, we said we're gonna go ahead and link Chad. Where is Chadius Maximus? There's Chad, and we said we were gonna link Joshiro. There we go. Okay. So I'm not very confident in this. She should be fine, but I don't know. So let's see. She has a lot of damage that she deals, so I'm hoping that she'll be okay, because she deals 100% bonus damage due to purity, of course. Okay, yeah, no, she's gonna be fine, although I just have a minute to get this done, so we need to hurry up. And this is why I always tell you guys to pull on this Menina's if she's in, because she's stupid. She's a very overpowered unit. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, that's fine. You can hit me. I'm behind the shield. Fine. Okay. I'm not behind the shield anymore. Don't hit me, please. Okay. We have a bit of time left. That's completely fine. I want to hit him. Not hard enough, though. Just want to hit him once. Do my barrier. Then he's going to ult. Hit my barrier. No problem. And then we'll just burn him down with strong attacks. And that's it. Okay. So, set 1 is complete. Mission set 1, whatever the hell. Stage 1, mission set 3. They really confuse me with this. Okay, so, of course, she is now locked as well. Okay. So, the Senkaimon is broken up into stages. Each stages have a part, essentially part 1, part 2, part 3. Okay, so we got all the rewards out of that one, of course, because of the fact that we claimed or did all of the bonus quest. Now, stage 2. Go in. Right. Okay. As you can see, she is locked. So we locked out Menina's, unfortunately, Uryu, and then we locked out Bambi as well. So that is the trick with this, is that on the first set, or the first stage, you want to not use characters like Menina's, for instance. If you had somebody else that's maybe stronger or can do it, use that person instead, because it's going to get more difficult on this floor, on stage 2. And in stage 3 as well. In this quest tab, anybody who's locked here, let's say for instance Uryu, okay, will be locked in stage 2 and stage 3. But of course, you're not going to be able to use him here. Anyways, it doesn't matter because he's not a captain or a squad 0 or a soul reaper. But if this was, let's say for instance, humans and Quincy's, you still wouldn't, you would be able to use him because of the fact that it's a different Senkaimon, quote unquote. A different one. So just keep that in mind. So for the second, it is going to be harder to do, of course. This time, enemies different. Okay, this time we are facing against a Yoruichi, and the enemy types is Soul Reapers now. Okay, so let's quickly swap over to a Soul Reaper killer, maybe. No, wait, we don't have those. Okay, so we need to make a plan. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna... You know what, right? She has burn. If you guys don't know what this means, she can apply a very disgusting dot on an enemy that drains his HP. And she has increased status and chance. Okay, so I'm gonna take a chance. I hate the fact that things are different on different quests and stuff like that, like the buttons to press and blah blah blah. Okay, so I'm gonna take a chance here. I'm gonna use her. So we can only use 2 accessories, but we can have 3 characters linked. Okay, that's fine. So let's use Bambi. This is a bad idea. But maybe I'll make it work, maybe. The boss isn't an issue because I can just apply Fire Dot on her. It is the rest of the units that's gonna be an issue, but hopefully we can get this done. So we'll pop on Rukia again. Then we'll pop on Retsu. Unfortunately, we have no way to heal ourselves, but no, wait, hang on, that's gonna be silly if I use him. So I'll do that. Byakuya is not done yet. Yeah, we'll use Ichigo. Okay, cool. So in theory, this should be fine. Hopefully. We'll see. This character is very old. It's the first Bambi that ever got released. Okay. And I'm hoping, I'm kind of betting on her Fire Dot to carry me through. Because as you can see, I'm not doing very much in the way of damage. But that's okay, because we got 2 minutes to clear this. Okay. Come on, proc fire. Proc fire. She only has Frenzy +1, so her attacks ain't hitting for a lot. It's like minuscule amounts of hits. That's why she's not proccing as much in terms of actual status elements. But I do think that out of all of the Bambis that are put into the game, this one, the newer one, of course, Swimsuit Bambi, and then Zombie Bambi, this one has by far the best visuals. Now, as you can see, we're already very tight on time. I don't think this is going to work. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and ult the second round. You see, these guys are spawning behind us. This is a problem. And they're spawning in front of us. So we're not going to be able to do this in one go. Unfortunately, she's just not strong enough. More enemies spawning. Okay. So even if I go ahead and do my ult here, I'm not going to kill them all. I'm just going to put them all ablaze. See, that's the problem. Because that's how weak these characters are. Maybe if your characters are like level 400, they're all upgraded with the trebuchets, blah blah blah, then you'll be fine. But I mean, realistically, not a lot of people have that, you know. Okay, so I'm gonna quit this because we're not gonna be able to even kill the boss. So Bambita is a complete bust with that. So we'll need to try a different approach. Let's go again. I'm not gonna keep on hitting my head against the brick wall. If we don't, you know, get it in the stride, that's fine. It's just to show you guys how this works. It gets a lot more difficult every single time, of course. So yeah. Okay, so real quick, let's just set up Candace over here. I have no golden chappy for her, which is unfortunate. But do I have hollow bait? I should have hollow bait, yes, there we go. Okay. And then for the links, we will of course go nad links. Not a nad. Not a nad. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we'll try it like this. Generally, NAD units have a little bit more success when it comes to just brute forcing their way through things. But I don't know, this mission is actually quite a bit of a schlep. As you can see, she's not doing much in the way of damage either. I mean, she's doing better than Bambi did, but I mean, this character is also relatively new. Relatively. I may be able to do it with her, depending on how long we take on the stage. If we can clear this, I'm already a minute in, man. Am I doing better than I did with Bambi? I don't know, man. This feels like I'm struggling a tad bit more. No, wait, I'm definitely doing better than I did with Bambi. Oh, 100% I'm doing better. It's just really, these guys are tanky, man. Well, the truth be told, I can make my characters a little bit stronger by getting the link slots up to 20, of course, blah blah blah. But as a guide, there's no reason for me to. Nearly been minute 30, it's been a minute 30, and we're still not even at the boss. See, maybe I can pull it off. Maybe 18 seconds is enough to kill the boss. I doubt it, but let's see. She's gonna shock the living hell out of me, man. I know it. Ooh, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. Yeah, I'm gone. Yeah. Okay, so also remember the boss has a super move, a special move. You know, the normal one you would trigger on any unit. Yes, bosses have that as well. So they will always prompt it when the health, you can see like half of the yellow health bar. That is when they will prompt their special move. Sometimes bosses don't use their special move. I think it's the bosses that have an insta kill on their special moves don't use it. And then also if you have a status effect applied on the bosses, some of them prevent them from using special moves, and some of them just, let's say, weaken a boss, they will just do 1 damage to you. So you need to kind of finagle it and try to figure out. But I mean, you have a, if I say retire, do I go to the screen or do, okay, here we go. You can also put on last ditch survival as a link for when the boss does use their super and you die. You can then of course revive. Also another trick you can use is try to get as far as possible from the boss when they are using their super, because some of the bosses are older units and their super aren't, you know, this the gigantic nuke, they're just a small area of effect, so you can dodge it like that as well. If the character you're fighting against has bombardment, it is really difficult to actually dodge with flash tape, but if they don't, then normally it wouldn't be too difficult to actually dodge them, but I just wasn't really paying attention there. So that is how the new Senkaimon works. It is based on affiliations now. It's not, you know, just go ham on a tower. Based on affiliation. So this one would be the exact same. Stage 1, go in, it's only captains and squad 0. So you know, you only have these, and then of course the freeze effect on this, and then you need to go ahead and do it again as you did previously, just with different characters, and it will continue to get harder as you progress, of course. As you can see, this one has freeze, this one has poison, this one has burn, and then very hard itself won't be the same bosses as hard, blah blah blah. As you can see, Eisen, hollows, and yeah, some rules changes, of course, but that's pretty much it. It's very self-explanatory. I know a lot of people was very used to the way the old Senkaimon worked. I was as well, of course. I did all of them, but this one is a nice change. However, I feel like it is once again, it is the problem I have been complaining about with Bleach Brave Souls for a while now, and it is, if you don't have the right character, you aren't gonna be able to do the stage. That's it. And that's the problem I have with how this game is progressing, is it is forcing you to have the correct characters all the time. Otherwise, you're gonna lose out on soul orbs, you're gonna lose out on content. And I get it, it's a gacha game, but dude, I mean, gacha games, it has such a variety of games in terms of gachas. Look at a game like Wuthering Waves. There you don't necessarily must have the newest characters and able to do the content in the game. There is a level of skill also involved in that game. So even if you don't have the strongest, let's say, I'm just going to use a element here. Even if you don't have the strongest arrow unit in the game, if you have the correct setup and you are good enough and you actually focus and try hard enough, you can still do whatever you need to do with a suboptimal arrow unit, you know. And this game is not like that. If you don't meet all the requirements, you're not going to be able to get very far with a lot of these new things that they're putting in. Look at the Guild Quest, look at limit breaks, look at Senkaimon. You know, a lot of these things are being pushed as you need to have the correct character, otherwise you cannot do it. And that's going to be, at the end of the day, that's going to be killing the game. Because nobody, well, there is people of course, but nobody that is sane will buy soul orbs. This is ridiculously expensive, and there is no guarantee when you pull. You know, it's not like, once again, other gacha games where if you pull to a certain level, you get the unit guaranteed. This game, it is always RNG. There is no guarantees in this game. So you can spend $1 million on soul orbs and never even get Ichigo, 10th anniversary Ichigo for instance, because it's just pure RNG. And that's the problem. And that is a very big problem. So yeah, that's my little rant about it. But that's how Senkaimon works. It is, and you can get your rewards, blah 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 blah. Then as well, of course, the medal exchange. You got some 5-star units or 6-star units you can choose from here. These are all units that originally was in the old towers. These are the chads I'm using, of course, as links. These are Tatsuki's. I believe they have Last Ditch Survival. Yes, they do. He has it as well. These Zangetsus are great for Brave Battle links. Really, really, really good. And this is just a pure offensive Eisen, because he has strong attack damage and damage inflicted at full stamina. So yeah, I mean, here they are if you want to go ahead and get them, of course. And then you can also get your quintessence scrolls and your secret link slot potions here as well, although very expensive, but still you can get them here as well. Yeah, that's it for this Senkaimon guide, updated Senkaimon guide. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be doing this ever again. I absolutely hate the format, because of the fact that they force you to pull, or they force you to have the correct character. Otherwise you cannot progress. It's like that with a lot of things in this game, hence why I stopped playing it. Because they don't reward you for having all the units, they reward you for pulling new units. And it makes sense, but there's a certain degree to greed and a certain degree to unfairness that it becomes unrewarding and not just fun to play anymore. You know, because, you know, if you don't get the unit, you're screwed for the next couple of content updates that they're bringing out, or weekly rotations or whatever. And you're missing out on a lot of orbs, and it's a domino effect, because then you can't pull for the next unit, you know, that type of thing. So it's 50-50. It's not 50-50. I'm sugarcoating it. It sucks. But yeah, so that's Senkaimon. Let's do my free pull. Maybe I get something, maybe I don't. Probably won't. Nope, nothing. So, yeah. What's this? Hang on. 10th anniversary special. Oh yeah, sure, whatever. Okay. I'm just salty because this game has a very weird way of doing things these days. It wasn't like this 2 years ago, or actually 4 years ago when I started playing it, by the way. It was a lot more player friendly. You know, you felt rewarded. You felt like if you got a good unit, that unit was a beast in everything. It could do everything, you know. So yeah, but anyways, hope you all had a fantastic Wednesday. Hope you enjoyed this content. Hope you enjoyed the guide. Of course, I found it useful. If you did, please remember to subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button if you want to, and comment as well. But yeah, anyways, in all seriousness, thank you very much for watching. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you all again in the next video. Peace out.